Okay, I'm going to give my thoughts on the housing market crashing in 21, 22, whatever. Okay. All these gurus, everybody's saying the housing market is fixing to crash in 2021 or 2022 because of all of the foreclosures. I was one of these people not long ago, but as data, as information, factual information provides, that the same people are thinking that there's going to be a crash because of 2008. Everybody's thinking about 2008 and what happened in 2008, but what happened in 2008, none of the elements of what caused 2008 to happen is available right now. None of that stuff is happening right now as far as bad regulations for banks loaning and basically over a bunch of houses on the market, in other words, whatever. So basically what happened in 2008 is there were bad regulations that were allowing builders to build houses like for hardly nothing, and people to borrow against houses that shouldn't have been borrowing. And that's what caused the housing crash in 2008. And the housing crash before that was like so many years before that, to where housing crashes aren't even that common. So that's another thing that should ease your worries. But the main thing that we need to worry about, the main thing that you should look at, is the fact that there's not too many houses on the market. The reason that there was a crash was because there were too many houses on the market, and all of that money that people had in those houses, whether they were buying those houses or whether they were building those houses, at some point, it was so many houses on the market that those houses, the value of houses started to tank because of too many houses on the market. Right now, there's not hardly any houses on the market. So in order for there to be a crash, we would have to some kind of way dump a shitload of houses onto the market all at one time. And foreclosures, if foreclosures is your argument, foreclosures, the average day in Florida where I am right now, the average amount of days that it takes for a foreclosure to play out is 1,100 and something days. You do the math on how long that takes. So if that was to happen, look at how long it would take for all of those foreclosures to happen. Another thing, in 2008, a lot of investors and banks realized that turning all of those foreclosures in at the same time was a very bad thing, and that's what pretty much caused a lot of the panic and a lot of everything, was the banks turning over all those foreclosures at one time. And now banks realize that ain't the move to make. Also, regulators are regulating the banks and trying to get the banks to basically work out with people that are behind, because people are out of work due to COVID and lost their jobs and couldn't keep up. And it's better for the banks to renegotiate some of the terms of those loans than to just foreclose and go back to scratch. But I don't believe that that's going to happen. I don't believe that that's going to happen this time. This time, I think it's just right now, it's just that the prices of houses are going up, and really the prices of houses aren't, America's like the lowest housing rate per capita or whatever. I seen it on a slide. I don't remember that exact, but I just don't see any of the elements. I just think the prices of houses are going up right now because there is no houses on the market. Due to COVID, there's a low demand on workers. I mean, there's a high demand on workers. A lot of people aren't working because of unemployment. Unemployment is paying so high that there's low amount of people in the workforce, and that's causing the cost of supplies to go up. And the cost of supplies to go up and the cost of labor going up also is up part of the main reason that I believe that housing prices are going up, and also due to supply and demand, that there's not a lot of houses on the market. That's the reason that house prices are going up, and house prices might keep going up. So I mean, that's a good thing, because I don't see a shitload of houses hitting the market anytime soon. So all of the gurus out there that's just saying this market stuff, the market's gonna crash, in my opinion, they just trying to sell you their program or their coaching program or whatever, to try to coach you through whatever crash is fixing to happen. That's just my honest truth. That's my honest opinion, I meant to say. That's what I see. I'm pretty sure there's other people that see it other ways. But